Hello?
Hello, HIN. How are
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I'm fine.
All right, that's good to hear. So, how did you spend your weekend? Stay at home?
Yeah.
How's Ho Chi Minh City right now? Are you still on a strict lockdown?
No, we still locked down.
A strict lockdown. No
Yeah.
one is allowed to go.
Normally, yeah, because normally in one day have more than 7,000 people in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh no, really? Just one day?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man, that's
just
too
one day every
much.
day.
Yeah, that's too much, I would say. That's why. So people are not yet allowed to really go out, right? As far as
How
wow.
are you today?
I'm
Yesterday
feeling
you say
better.
you, yeah,
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I just got so tired because um last Sunday I got my flu vaccine. So I think that somehow got an effect on my
uh,
body. So there. So that's why I feel like nausea and vomiting all at the same time. So that's why I told my team leader that I'm gonna be absent for today. I cannot stand sitting and teaching my students. So there. But I feel good right now because I rest the whole day. All right. So we will be talking about lesson number 56, right? Because I think last time we stopped with lesson number
yeah,
55. Okay, so let me go ahead and share you my link.
yeah.
I'll share you the link. All right, here you go. Or I can share also my screen, actually. Can you see it now?
Have you started teaching at school?
We will start already. September 13.
Yeah.
We're gonna start already our school, and we are already preparing for the opening of classes. Actually, that's quite tiring because you know we have to do a lot of preparations also. But anyway, that's fine. I do all those things in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now
I open. Oh,
open.
small, very
Ah, very
small.
small. Okay,
Yeah,
wait. I'll make it
yeah,
big. All right. Ah,
yeah.
how
It's
about this
okay.
one? It's okay? Alright, so now we are
Yeah,
on
yeah.
56. Okay? So for lesson number 56, so last time we talked about short-term goals in job interview. Right? Short-term goals in job interviews. So what did we remember about short-term goals? What are the structures that we need to remember for short-term goals? What's the key
So we talk
points?
about we talk about strength and weakness
Yeah, the strength and
in a
weaknesses
job interview.
in a job interview. Okay. All right. So let's move this one. Okay. So another question that is always being asked during the interview is this: where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay. So the only reason why they were asking this one is because they want to see what is your plan. Okay? So let's read this short comic strip on how he was able to answer this question. Okay? Can you read the script?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
Steve.
Steve.
One last question.
One
Last.
one last question. Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years.
One last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? The picture not enough.
Yeah, I know. I can see. I don't
Not
know
enough the
why.
writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the words were filed up. They covered each words, right? But anyway, I'll just explain. So he was being asked by his future interviewer or employer, how do you see himself in 5 years? So the next picture, you see himself like this one. He looks like a ghost. So this, the man, and there's so many people hunting him, right? And he looks like this. So he was screaming, and then that was his only subconscious in his mind. Okay, that is only in his mind. And then the only thing that come out in his mouth when he was asked, how, where do you see yourself in 5 years, is he said, on my way to the top. Okay, so meaning he wants to achieve higher position, on my way to the top. Okay, so but if you could see the two pictures before he go up, or before he went up, he was thinking those ghosts were his, or those ghosts or monsters are the representation of his struggles, right? Those could represent his struggles, his sacrifices in order for him to go up. So he might be experiencing this in 5 years. So that's the interpretation of this picture. Okay?
Yeah.
So do you have any questions on this?
I'm not clear about this story.
Okay. So on the first picture, you could see he was being asked, right? How do you see yourself in 5 years? And then on the next picture, he was thinking about these things. He's not saying this to the employer, okay? But he was thinking that this could be him in the next 5 years. Okay? Struggling. He could be a monster. He could be a robber. Like he has a gun on his hand. Right? So there. These could be the things that he was thinking he would be in 5 years.
Why he thinking he would be a robber in next 5 years?
Yeah, maybe maybe he was so desperate already that he cannot find a job. That's why he don't know also what to answer or how to answer this question. Okay, that's why look at the last picture. He was already perspiring. He was so scared, and he doesn't know if he is confident about his answer. Right? He just say, on my way to the top. So he's not certain, he's not sure if that is really the direction he wants to pursue in 5 years. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So now let's move. So English
Yeah.
for job interview, question 5, long-term goals. Okay, so what are your long-term goals? So let's read this sample answer. Let's read this sample answer.
Yeah. My goal right now is to find a position as a company where I can grow and take on new challenges over time. Ultimately, I like to assume more management responsibility and get involved in product strategy. But most importantly, I want to work for an organization where I can build a career.
Career. Okay. So this paragraph, what is it all about? What is this telling us? What is the person's long-term goal?
Long-term goal. He want to find a position at a company where he can grow and take new challenge over time.
Yes, that's right. So do you hear this also to your people when you ask them, before what is their long-term goal?
Yeah.
What
I
is their
think some people, if they want to develop, if they want to develop their self, they can have planned for work a big company with
Mm-mm.
more challenge.
Yeah, more challenges, more opportunities also, right? So that's what I was thinking also.
Yeah.
When you are looking for a long-term goal, maybe we can assume that the company that we have right now will give us opportunity also, right? But we have to work on it, right? So the company will not just give you promotions, right? So you have to earn it. You have to do something. Like for example, in our case, right? So in order for us to get promoted, we need to have at least masteral degree in education or a doctoral degree in education in order for us to get promoted. So we cannot just be a licensed teacher. That's not enough. It should be through the years, we should grow and grow and grow and mature on our field. So that is also one way in order for you to answer your long-term goals. Tell them, what is your plan for your career, right? Like this person. Next, okay? So these are some of the useful tips in order for us to answer what is your long-term goal. Okay? So number one, what do we need to do? Do not be too specific. Why do you think so, HIN? That we should not be too specific. Why do you think?
Too specific.
Now, we should not give too much details. Like, for example, in year 2020, I will be taking up my masteral degree, and in year 2022, it will be finished already. That's very specific, right? Why we should avoid that? Why we should not do that?
Um, I don't know.
Okay, so we should not be too specific.
I'm not. I'm not really about meaning specific,
Specific.
so I cannot reply you.
Okay, so when we say is specific, detailed information. Detailed information. So that is when we say specific. So for example, you are a salesman, right? So you were asked, what is your long-term goal? You answer that in every year I can give this company 1 billion sales or $1 million sale. Oh, sales. Oh, that is being too specific, right? That is being too specific. You don't know if you can really give the company $1 billion sales in 1 year, right? So that's too specific. So there. So that's why when we are telling our future employer what is your long-term goal, we should not be too specific. So how can we rephrase this? How can we say this? Same meaning, but the information or the details are not too detailed. How can we rephrase this?
Not um, not too detailed.
Yeah, not too detailed. So
We don't should because I think if you don't tell them too specific, the employee they will try their they will try to find, and they will try to find something in their work, and
mm,
they will develop their ability, and they will find by themselves
mm-hmm. True, that's
to
true.
develop that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So there.
Yeah.
So the you are correct. So if we are very specific, they will push more of themselves to achieve whatever they said. But what if they failed? Right? So that's a problem if they failed. That's the reason why we do not give a very specific or detailed information, because we don't know if we can really achieve it or not. Right? So we can simply say,
Yeah.
I can give good sales for this company. Right? You should not give them any numbers, but by just saying that I can increase your sales because I'm really a good salesman, that's already a long-term goal, right? By not
Yeah.
being too
Yeah.
specific. Okay? Alright, next. What's the next tip? Can you read, HIN? The next tip?
Next step is stress your interest in a long-term career at the company.
Mm-hmm. So how can we say this?
Uh, I think any career should be interested with the employee. If they don't interested, they don't try to work, and they every day they come to company with the feeling very normal, and
Yes.
the good so the job cannot develop.
Exactly, right. So you should always find
Yeah.
interest on your work, right? This is something that would motivate you in order for you to move, ladderize, going up, right? So to go up in your position, right? So when you are being interviewed, always tell your future employer, you know what? I see myself that I can stay longer in this company, right? I can see
Yeah.
myself that this company can provide improvement on my career path. I can see that your company can help me, or achieve whatever goals that I have in this industry. And in return, I can help your company increase your sales also, or I can help this company
Yeah.
succeed also. I could be an asset to this company, right? So there, show your interest, right? Okay, last tip.
Demonstrate your enthusiasm for the job.
Hmm. So how can we, when we are being asked, so how can we demonstrate our enthusiasm? When we say enthusiasm, eagerness to work.
The employee,
Go ahead.
yeah, if the employee they show their enthusiasm for the job by the way they will work, don't care about the time,
Mm,
only care about the job. Because I see some people they come to the company and they only care the time. When
true.
they look at the time, when the time finish, they will come back their home. So I
Exactly.
think that's not good with the
Mm-mm.
employee. Yeah.
Yes. Even though the work is not yet done, even though there's a deadline, they don't care, right? What they said is that my time is up. I've already worked 8 hours. That's all, right? So there. Okay. So
Yeah.
very good explanation. So on the part of an employee, that's your sentiments, right? So be an employee that have a heart for your job, right? We're not here because we want to work 8 hours. We have to be concerned also of our job. If there is a deadline, then we move fast. We work fast so that we can hit the deadline, right? So that we will not put our employer in a situation that he or she will have problems, right? Okay. So some expressions that we can use is that my goal right
Yeah.
now is to. Can you read other expressions? The next two expressions. I want.
want to move into a position eventually.
Okay, last one.
I'm driven to be the best at what I do.
Okay, driven. Okay, that's driven. I'm driven, meaning
Driven.
motivated. Yeah, the word driven means motivated. Okay, motivated. Alright.
Driven. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so there. So I am driven to be the best of what I do, and I want to work somewhere where I will have opportunities to develop my skills. Take on interesting projects and work with people I can really learn from. Some of the most innovative thinkers in the industry work here, and that's a big reason why I would love to build a career here. Okay, so if you would notice, you see, this answer covers our 3 tips for tonight, right? So he was not
Yeah.
specific. He just said what he could see some opportunities that could develop. He is looking forward for some opportunities that he could develop his work. What else? On the second tip, so he said that he can learn from some of the most innovative thinkers in the company, right? That's why he wants to work in that company. Okay, so this is a perfect answer, applying the 3 tips that we have learned tonight on how we are going to answer long-term goals. Would you mind if you read it, HIN? Can you read it for me
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. I'm driven to be the best at what I do, and I want to work somewhere where I have opportunity to develop my skill, take on interesting projects, and work with people I can really learn from. Some of the most innovative thinker in the industry work here, and that's a big reason why I would love to build a career here.
Yes, okay, very good answer. So now, let me ask you. So, if you are an employee, okay? If you are an employee looking for a job, what are your long-term goals? Okay? So, you have to give me 2 answers. As an employee and as an employer, because I know you are an employer. You're handling people, right? So you own your own business. So tell me first on the part of the employee. If you are an employee, what are your long-term goals?
Mm, my long term goal, if I have an employee. In the past, I also is employee before
Mm-hmm.
I become
Business owner.
a owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I work for a company,
Mm-hmm.
they also sees my ability.
Wow, very good.
Especially,
Mm-hmm.
I always work very hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I every day I have to overtime and work by
Wow,
myself.
wow, really? Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
you don't stop
So
until you find the solution for a specific problem in the office.
yeah, because when you work very hard, you can learn and you have more experience in the
Exactly.
job.
True. Agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
So, and if you want to have a long term goal, if you have a long term at that company, you should thinking about the new position, not at
Mm-hmm.
the current position you have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True.
That means you have to learn more and more. Yeah, you learn more
Exactly.
and more and better than another people. You will
Mm-mm.
have a good position
Mm-hmm. So
and a good salary.
yes, of course, right? So we should not be contented that it's okay, I'm just in this position. So we should do something else, perform well, and then aim for a higher position for better salary, of course, right? Okay. So very good, HIN. So on the part of the employer, how do you see your company 5 years from now?
5 years from now.
Yes.
In the last 5 years.
Oh, and the 5
Yeah.
years from
At
now in the
in
future.
5 years from now in the future.
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago. 5 years ago. Next 5 years.
The next 5 years, HIN. How do you see your company in the
Uh,
next 5 years?
my plan in the next 5 years, I want to develop in overseas market.
Mm-hmm.
I want to open in the overseas market. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
want to have more clients
mm-mm. Outside Vietnam.
and yeah, outside Vietnam
Mm-mm.
because in Vietnam small market and have
Ah,
more many factories, so we have to competitive too much
uh-uh. So the competition is
and
too
the
tough.
quantity, yeah, the
Mm.
quantity in the another when we export to another country.
Mm-mm. Mm, that's why I see. So exporting is the next target of your company. So you really want these items to be known outside Vietnam. So I think
Yeah,
that's a very good one, right? International market indeed is a good market. There is a potential, right? And also I think if you have already gone to through international market, you can give more work among people, right? So you can hire more people to work for your
yeah,
company and give more jobs to fellow Vietnamese. So that's a good one. Win-win. It's a win-win solution, right? For everybody. Okay, all right. So very good discussion. So tonight we talk about what is your long-term goal. So how do we answer that question? Okay? So yes indeed, HIN, all throughout. So we're almost done with this course, Talk 3. And I have observed how greatly you have improved from listening skills to your speaking skills. I have already mentioned to you that I remember the first time that we talked, you're a little shy, you were not really expressing a lot, but now look at you, how you answer questions, you're very fluent already, how you express yourself, you're somehow confident already, and the listening skills is very sharp already. So, but still, I'm asking you to continue what you are doing right now. Even though you have improved a lot, we can improve more in the next more sessions, remaining sessions that we have. Okay. So after this, we will still have one more lesson. Then we finish talk 3, and then what we do is we are gonna have an assessment, and then after that we move to the next level. Okay. So good job for tonight, Hin.
yeah.
Thank you so much. So I will see you again
Thank you.
tomorrow. Okay? Good night, Hin. Do
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
any other questions before I let you go?
I have a work. How to say I want
I'm sorry?
this work. I send this work to you. Normally, I see some people they read comment and some people they read comment. So which one is correct?
Ah, recommend. Recommend.
Comment.
Yeah. Recommend.
Uh,
Okay?
uh, so I write.
Yeah,
I
yes, you're
write.
right. Recommend. That's the correct one. Alright, Hin?
Yeah.
No more questions?
Yes. Thank you, my teacher.
You're
See
welcome,
you
Hin.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Good night.